Hey guys, welcome back. We're still here at TIFF, and today I wanted to catch up on one of the films that I was fortunate enough to see yesterday, which was Hamnet. I feel so lucky that I was able to attend the North American premiere of the film yesterday, and it was amazing because Chloe Zhao, the director, as well as most of the cast, showed up, so that was an absolute treat.
Energy for us to step in and also contain the biggest and hardest parts of where we have to go to.
You always know you're about to see a really important film when the TIFF CEO, Cameron Bailey, shows up, and he was there. So before I get into this film, I do want to give a warning that Hamnet deals with a lot of really heavy themes, and one of those is the death of a child. That is really crucial to the entire movie. Be aware of what you're getting into. That being said, while this film deals with very heavy subject material, Chloe Zhao's vision is just absolutely breathtaking. Hamnet tells the story of William Shakespeare's wife primarily, Agnes, and we see them meet and fall in love and, most importantly, start a family. Jessie Buckley gives an absolute incredible performance here. From the very first shot, I knew I was going to be in love with her performance. The other thing I like is that even though this movie takes place in the 1500s, her character feels incredibly modern in a lot of ways. She has this independence that is so captivating, and you can understand why her husband, played by Paul Mescal, would fall in love with her. I don't want to give away too much about the plot because I really think that this is a film you just need to go in and experience for yourself. I was in a wreck for about most of the second half of the film, I would say. So embarrassing. This was only day 3, and this was the second film that absolutely had me crying in the theater. But what I love about Chloe Zhao's vision for this film is that while this film deals with death and some of the most heartbreaking, traumatic death that a parent could ever experience, the point of this film is not to wallow in the sadness and the loss, but to take all of that grief and transform it into something that is going to last, hopefully forever. And we absolutely see that. We see the death of a child influence William Shakespeare's decision to write Hamlet. The entire cast here is absolutely incredible. Jessie Buckley, I already mentioned, she is absolutely a contender to win Best Actress at the Oscars this year. Paul Mescal is phenomenal. He does get to perform a lot of iconic Shakespeare soliloquies. So if you're a fan of that, you will not be disappointed. Additionally, the supporting cast here is all fantastic. Biggest player in the supporting cast is easily Emily Watson. She gives a great and understated performance, I would say. When we first see her character, she is quite mean and unlikable, but by the end of the film, she has such a, not necessarily warm presence, but a needed presence. And she's just one of my absolute favorite underrated character actresses. I think she's phenomenal in everything. Additionally, the child actor that is playing Hamnet, the titular character, is Jacoby Jupe, who is the younger brother of Noah Jupe, who also stars in the film. I won't say what role Noah plays because I think it's best to go in not knowing necessarily the role he's playing. Jacoby is fantastic. And even listening to him in the Q&A, he speaks with the wisdom and emotional maturity of someone that is much older than he is. I think he's going to go on to have a phenomenal career, much like his brother currently is. If you are a parent, I think this is a very important film to watch. Additionally, if you're anyone that's just dealing with intense grief, this film is going to break you apart piece by piece, but then build you up and put you back together. I think that's the point of the entire film, of how here is how you can take your broken heart and turn it into art, as our dearly beloved Carrie Fisher would say. For this film, when it comes to awards, I think this is absolutely getting into Best Picture. Chloe Zhao more than deserves Best Director, as well as she was one of the co-writers for the script. Jessie Buckley, as I already said, is absolutely a contender for Best Actress. I think Paul Mescal is also very deserving of awards. I don't know if people are going to talk about her performance quite as much, but she had a scene that moved me very deeply. Emily Watson, I think, would be a fantastic pick for Best Supporting Actress this year. Alright guys, so that's my review of Hamnet, a very difficult but very important and I think meaningful film to watch. And that's it for me right now. I'll be posting a lot more reviews as well as just kind of my day at TIFF. There is a lot to do in this town right now. If that's at all interesting to you, be sure to give me a follow for more. I'll see you guys later. Bye.